Time for a quick review on the basics of how horses learn. One of the key ways is through what's called classical conditioning, or as I like to call it, this predicts that learning. And that's where associations are created for the horse about things that happen to them. And these associations have an emotional quality to them. So either that experience is pleasant, that experience is unpleasant, that experience is scary, that experience is painful, and so on. For example, if we use training techniques to teach a horse to trailer load that cause the horse to feel pain, fear, or stress, we are creating an association for that horse about the trailer, about us when we train them near the trailer, that training is painful, scary, frightening, and so on. These associations can be created in as little as one event, and that can be a problem because that's how specific fears about specific things can quickly develop and then be very hard to erase. So when we're training, it's super important we choose techniques that cause the horse to feel good. One of the other ways that horses learn is through operant conditioning, or what's called trial and error learning. And basically, that's where the horse learns that the consequences that happen when they perform a voluntary behavior are either consequences they want to have happen again or consequences they don't want to have happen again. If the horse doesn't want those consequences to happen again, they'll change their behavior and likely not do that behavior again in the future. If, however, those consequences are desirable to the horse, they'll also change their behavior and they'll be more likely to do that behavior again in the future. For example, the horse pulls the lead rope while being led so they can access some grass, and that's desirable. They want to access grass. So guess what? The behavior of pulling the lead rope away from the handler is going to be more likely to happen in the future. Another example, the horse wanders into an enclosure they've never been in and they touch the white tape that's around the enclosure and they get a shock. They're going to be less likely to touch that tape in the future. So if we put it all together, when we're training horses, associations are being created for them that either training is pleasant or training is unpleasant, and we can set things up when we're training so that the consequences for the horse are either desirable or undesirable. So guess what? Desirable consequences for the horse make behavior more likely to happen again in the future and probably involve the horse feeling more positive emotions. Undesirable consequences probably result in the horse having a feeling that the experience is unpleasant. So which do you think I'm going to suggest we use? I think that answer is pretty obvious. And I don't only recommend this because I want horses to have a good time when they're learning new things, but also because for a living, I undo the damage that's created when people don't understand these basics of how horses learn. Hope that helps. Have a good day.